swordfish whacks up a bait, you can't just, you don't know it's whacked up. So we want to stitch it up a whole lot better than doing daytime stuff. I keep these rigged, and it's so super simple, it's unreal. We take little bitty zip ties. We keep, you can get these. You can buy hollow rigging needles, Melton's, whatever, they're expensive. You can go to Hobby Lobby and get a brass tube for $1 a piece. Or you can spend $100 on a rigging needle. I've been using these for 15 years. I got on Brett's boat 3 or 4 years ago. I said, damn, you've been to Hobby Lobby. All right. I'll make one from scratch. Where we're using wyandottes. If you're not using wyandottes, you'll have a whole lot bigger bait, bigger leader. We're running.
I got room down there if somebody wants to. We're going to rotate through this.
All right, 6 foot. I'm 6'5". So that's 6 foot, 6 liter out there. It's easy for me to stretch one out. I know it's 6 foot. If I'm running wyandottes, that's what we're running. The big deal about this is 300. You use 3 to 400 is what we normally use. 3 to 400. This here is, you can say this is 300. This, if you're not running wyandottes, you're going to be 25 feet, 20 feet, 20 feet. The deal is, I can rig 10 baits. It takes me 60 foot alive. You know, that's one advantage of the wyandotte. Other than just the safety. I've never had, people talk about wyandottes breaking. I have never had a wyandotte break. We've caught 600-pound marlin. We've caught 300-400-pound swordfish. I mean, I've never had. Now, could they break? Yeah, if you don't change them out and they don't make it properly, they'll break. But I've never had an issue. Now, what we do is we take aquarium tube, a couple dollars at Walmart, and we take our squid. Now, you probably, this here, if you ever see one of these things, it's the best thing in the world. But what we do is we're going to run this tube in here. Probably the easiest way for me to go ahead and do this is to go ahead and take it. Crimp on. That's 11-aught tuna bin. Use daytime, nighttime, marlin fishing. That's pretty much my go-to hook when it comes to bill fishing. We mainly use the 10 ones, the same things, tuna bin. These are actually stouter. I don't worry about a little rust. I sharpen every one of these, gets sharper when they come back, and they get painted so that they don't rust. Some of these hooks are 6 years old. You take care of them, they're not going to rust. You throw them in the bottom of one of these things and leave them there, you're going to have a rust on. But
they're not stainless, are they, Rory?
This is stainless. You can tell the difference in the shine.
What?
These here, these are 10. 10. You won't straighten these out. These here will straighten until they break.
Yeah.
Marlin fishing, I do use these a lot because I hate re-rigging all my marlin lures all the time. And you got to re-rig them all the time.
It's at my house in my truck. Tell Tao to unlock the truck.
I take that.
No, in the front seat where you sit.
Piece of aquarium tubing down on it. This is the Carolina weight sink. Bass fishermen, you put 3 or 4 of them on there with little beads and a flatter. We use these as a stopper to hold our squid from falling down. The reason why we use the Carolina is you buy them, you can fit a 300-400-pound piece of mono right through it. Drops right on. That tube, you lay the squid over, you run it straight down the body. Right off the top. Grab your leader, slide it in there. You ain't got to run all the way through before you pull that out and go all the way through your squid. Slide this in here. All we're going to do turn it over. And that's basically most of it right there. But he's going to want to fall down. We don't want him to do that. What we do is we take our zip tie. Anyway, grab a couple zip ties. I use 3 zip ties on the squid. Now, if you take that little tube and wiggle to it, I'll measure this out. I want it to be right about there. So there's that Carolina secret right up here by the mantle. I'll poke a hole on each side, above and below it. My little needle. I'll take my zip ties. Run it through there. Turn around and run it back through again. That squid, it can't fall down because it's got a piece of tubing that holds that bead up in the head. It won't fall down this quick. It'll fall. That's quick. You can knock out 4 of them in 10 to 15 minutes like that. I take one more. This head will want to pull off if it gets whacked. I'll take one more. You can sew the head on with a piece of rigging tube, with a piece of cloth. Stitch a couple stitches in here. What I generally do is I'll take this needle again and I'll poke a hole right here in the center. And I can run it right through this here. This is that's what they jet water with. I forget what you call it, but I'll pull it through there like that. And I'll just take one of these. Cinch it up like that. Pull off, pull it up in there. Now his head can't fall off. That's it. You got a squid for fishing. Now, if you want a daytime fish that, I would sew his head on. I would take this hook right here, and I would stitch it to the body right here, so that it can't go nowhere. And I would make cross stitches back and forth across his body. And I would also, I probably wouldn't even run the tube in it. I'd put a crimp up here and I'd hang them by crimp in a cloth. But that's a nighttime squid right there. And you say you run that daytime if you want, but you want to stitch them up a little better than that. But it's that quick and easy. Taking we'll just take a little fan. I try not to make too big a loop, too small a loop, because you get memory in that line. There's maybe about 3 loops on there.
Hello?
Big rubber band and set this up. Yeah, this goes straight to your line though. With the snap swivel. I run it straight burls with it. I use these baits right. All my rig baits go in them. I can have all my baits rigged. I use dry ice whenever I go out to outboard. And I keep my bait rollers on the bottom. And I keep the bait in here, and then these here just go right on top. And I keep my bally here with my squid rig right there ready to go. We get out there ready to fish. We lay that here real pretty. Grab your bait. We'll rig another one here. We'll rig these all 4 of these this time.